Boris Johnson raises a beer at a birthday party thrown for him in the Cabinet Office. Pictures published for the first time in Sue Gray's report. This remains the only event the Prime Minister has been fined for. But the civil servant looked at 16, saying rules were broken at the heart of government and those at the top should take the blame. The Prime Minister was not at all the gatherings Sue Gray picked out and said should not have happened. These include a Cabinet Office event in June 2020. When the rest of us couldn't meet up inside, there was excessive drinking and someone was sick. There was also partying in the Downing Street garden before Prince Philip's funeral, where the Queen sat alone in April last year. The last person left at 4:20 a.m. Sue Gray's key conclusion: many will be dismayed that behaviour of this kind took place on this scale at the heart of government. The public have a right to expect the very highest standards of behaviour in such places, and clearly what happened fell well short of this. Jan Gillen's husband Mark died from COVID at the start of the pandemic. Sue Gray's report has reopened wounds.
It's just absolutely rips you to the core. We stayed in the house. He told us to stay at home. We did stay at home. He still died for it while he's effectively dancing in his grave. He turns my stomach. Absolutely enrages me.
Prime Minister!
In Parliament, the Prime Minister took responsibility for events on his watch, but played down personal involvement.
And I have been as surprised and disappointed as anyone else in this House as the revelations have unfolded. And frankly, Mr. Speaker, I have been appalled by some of the behaviour. We are humbled by the experience, and we have learned our lesson.
That report lays bare the rot that under this Prime Minister has spread in Number 10. And it provides definitive proof of how those within the building treated the sacrifices of the British people with utter contempt.
The Prime Minister was engaging in drinking and debauchery that makes a mockery of the gut-wrenching sacrifices that each and every person made. Will the Prime Minister now take the opportunity and resign?
Outside Sterling's party shop, it was hard to find people satisfied with the Prime Minister's apologies.
Tories have to call him out. I've just been sitting listening to PMQs and he's still sitting there lying.
Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
I want to move on now, so I think there's other more important things that we need to be talking about than that.
I think he's right clown, to be honest with you.
Boris Johnson hopes the country now moves on from Partygate. It seems he's staying put, but he remains the first Prime Minister to break the law while in office. Kathryn Samson, STV News, Westminster.